voz del pueblo. Decía Roberto, el representante del centro, va a nevar, Marco, sí, pero en las montañas. Ya nevó, creo, ligeramente, pero va a nevar. Aquí en la zona metropolitana no hay pronóstico, eso sí, del frío. Up in the 50s, dijo el americano, arriba de los 50 grados. Hablando ya de cosas mucho más agradables, ¿qué le parece si nos comunicamos con el Carrillo representando a la Cámara Hispana de Colorado, que ya está en la línea? Jesús, ¿cómo estás? Te escuchamos, adelante.
Pues, ¿qué tal, amigos? Esperemos que estén todos muy bien. Como lo acaba de enseñar Marco, ahorita tenemos un bonito clima. Hay que apreciar este tiempo que tenemos y también apreciar la oportunidad de que esta radio nos da para poder llegar a ustedes. Gracias a esta radio, mucha gente se ha beneficiado, ha recibido apoyo de parte de la Cámara, de organizaciones del Estado, de diferentes socios comunitarios que tenemos para poder apoyarlos y darles esa ayuda que necesitan cuando más la necesitan. Durante COVID fue una gran herramienta. Esperamos continuar con esta relación y poder seguir apoyando a muchos de ustedes que están en el mundo de los negocios. También queremos agradecerle a la Asociación de la Barra de Abogados Hispanos. Como ustedes saben, esta cámara tiene una variedad de socios que se van uniendo a esta cámara para poder trabajar juntos en pro de nuestra comunidad latinoamericana, en pro de nuestra comunidad hispana, y uno de ellos son esta barra de abogados hispanos. Y algo que le pedimos a ellos era, aparte de serse socios, que también se envolvieran con nosotros, que nos pudieran apoyar al mandarnos abogados que nos pudieran aconsejar, que nos pudieran dar información de primera mano de cómo los negocios se pueden preparar, de cómo pueden prevenir problemas, cómo aprender más sobre las leyes. Y en esta ocasión, pues tenemos a uno de las personas que nos enviaron para hablar un poquito más sobre cómo apelar a una condena, que nos hable del proceso, cómo funciona, cuáles son los costos. Y pues bueno, vamos a hablar en un momentito más de ello con él. Ya lo tenemos aquí en pantalla. De hecho, Marco, estamos aquí transmitiendo en vivo por medio de Facebook, y por medio de Facebook también queremos dar las gracias a KBNO por su apoyo. La verdad que es increíble y que la verdad, y casi digamos yo, que convierte esto en un milagro para poder llegarle a una magia, ¿no? Para poder llegarle a mucha gente. Hoy la frase del día dice que aléjate de aquellas personas que intentan menospreciar tus ambiciones. Las mentes pequeñas siempre harán eso, pero las mentes grandes te darán la sensación de que tú también puedes volverte grande. Eso lo dijo un señor que se llama Mark Twain. Y bueno, también ayer estuvimos hablando con Jaime Moreno de Seguros Médicos. Recuerdan que él se hizo miembro de la Cámara por medio de una compañía que se llama Friday Health Plans. Ellos están muy activos durante esta temporada, que se abre la apertura de enrollment, o la apertura para poder comprar un seguro médico de aquí de noviembre hasta enero. Así es que vamos a estar hablando mucho de esto para que la gente que no tiene seguro, en un seguro médico, que pueda saber cómo lo puede obtener. Y hay una variedad inmensa para que hasta el que menos pensamos pueda también obtener un seguro médico y de esta manera mantenerse sano. Recuerde que esta información usted también la puede encontrar por medio de Facebook, en social media. Estamos bajo Colorado Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Colorado Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, pero también estamos en negocioscolorado.com, negocioscolorado.com, y nos puede encontrar también llamándonos al 720-740-2010, 720-740-2010. Bueno, vámonos directamente con la entrevista. El día de hoy tenemos a una persona que nos envió la Barra Hispana de Abogados, y el día de hoy hablamos de, we're going to talk about several things around, right? When you have a conviction, if there's a way for you to appeal a conviction. But for that, I'm going to ask our guest to introduce himself, your name, the name of your company, in this case, your firm, and a little more about your experience. With you guys today, we have Esteban A. Martinez, an attorney and also a member of the Colorado Hispanic Bar Association. Welcome.
Hi. So my law firm is Martinez Law, LLC, and I began my legal career at University of Denver College of Law in 1995, I believe, or 96, and I became a lawyer in 1999, and one of the first jobs I had was with the Colorado Attorney General's office, where I worked for about a year doing appellate work, working on appeals. And then after that, I decided I didn't want to work for the government on the side of the government, but I'd rather work for those who were convicted of crime. I continued to do appellate law, but for criminal defendants, for people who were convicted of crimes, and that's mostly what I continue to do at this time.
Perfecto, pues él está hablando sobre su experiencia profesional. Fue a la Facultad de Derecho de DU, que ahora se llama Storm College of Law. Se convirtió en abogado en el 1999, trabajó un año como asistente del fiscal federal en Colorado. Hasta un tiempo él decidió que también quería trabajar más para la gente, dejar de trabajar para el gobierno, trabajar para la gente y así apoyarlos. Dice que también hoy en día una parte sustancial de su práctica legal se refiere a representar a aquellos que ya están condenados por delitos, para muchas personas que ya han sido condenadas por un delito. Well, let's go ahead and ask you about this. What can we do after someone is convicted? And the question is, can they still fight this conviction?
Yes. If you have been charged with the crime and you went to trial, or even if you entered a plea agreement, you can still appeal. And appeal means it's a method to keep fighting your case, even if you went to trial and you lost. And if that happens, you need to find a lawyer that knows how to do appeals, to do criminal appeals. And what they will basically do is look for mistakes that were made at your trial, if it was a trial. They will look for mistakes, and those mistakes, the kinds of mistakes that they're looking for are those mistakes which would have deprived you of a fair trial in some way.
La pregunta se le hizo es que si puede apelarse a una condena, si hay manera de que se pueda apelar a una condena, y dice que sí, todavía puede luchar por apelar contra esa condena. Dice que una apelación es un procedimiento legal que se permite solicitar a un nuevo tribunal, un tribunal superior con 3 jueces que revise el caso en una búsqueda de errores cometidos por el juez en la primera instancia, el fiscal del distrito y a veces incluso por un abogado litigante en Colorado. También usted tiene derecho legal de apelar su condena y sentencia y ningún juez o fiscal del distrito puede castigarlo por ejercer ese derecho. When do I appeal? ¿Cuándo se apela?
You should appeal. You should let the court know that you want to appeal your sentence and conviction on the day that the judge sentences you. You should do that day. You should tell them, even if your lawyer has not advised you about it, you want to let the judge know that you want to appeal. Okay. And if you can't afford a lawyer, you need to let the judge know that you can't afford to hire an appellate lawyer.
So how many days do I have after that happens?
From the date of sentencing, you have 49 days to file what's called a notice of appeal. And if you can actually you can Google that. You can Google Colorado Supreme Court self-help notice of appeal. All of that, what I just said. And you could even do it yourself. You can file your own notice of appeal. Sometimes people do that.
Se le pregunta cuándo puede apelar en Colorado, como menciona, es en este estado. En un caso de delito grave tiene que hasta 49 días a partir de la fecha de la sentencia para presentar un aviso de apelación. Él sugiere que lo haga inmediatamente. Si no presenta este aviso de entre los 49 días, pues corre el riesgo de perder por su completo derecho a apelar en un caso de delito menor. Tiene 35 días para presentar una notificación de apelación nuevamente si no cumple con los plazos para presentar esta. Y también habla de que si no tiene dinero para poder apelarlo, para poder apelarlo y pedir un abogado, o pagar un abogado, perdón, usted puede pedir un abogado que no le cueste. So you can ask for an attorney at no cost.
Yes, you can.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Cuánto podría costar algo así? How much do you think that's my cost, people?
It depends on the type of case. If you have a felony case, it would not be unusual for somebody to say they would want an advance fee of like $30,000 or something close to that.
Now,
go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. And I was going to say this applies for both civilians and businesses as well, right?
Yes. You can appeal. I mean, we're talking about criminal appeal, so the numbers that I said, the time to appeal, those can vary. But yes, you can appeal any kind of judgment that you are not happy with. You have a statutory right in Colorado to do that.
So tienen su derecho legal para poder pedir un abogado. Perfecto. El abogado, estamos con el abogado Esteban Martinez, quien le pedimos que nos dé su teléfono en caso de que la gente tenga preguntas. In case people have questions, where can they call you? Where can they reach you?
They can call my office, which is being displayed at the bottom, 303-872-9117. I don't charge people when they have a lot of questions. I like to help people who are just trying to figure out what to do next. And a lot of times I talk to people and they don't hire me because they learn about the process and how expensive it is, but I do direct them and to help them.
Well, we cannot thank you enough. Please don't go away because we're going to stay on social media. But I want to let people know that he will not charge you for just any questions you may have. Again, no te va a cobrar si tienes preguntas. Si tienes muchas preguntas, pues claro, a lo mejor ya entonces hay que hacer una cita. Pero si tienes algunas preguntas para saber sobre tu caso, le puedes marcar al 303-872-9117. Recuerden, esto es para casos criminales. 303-872-9117. 303-872-9117 y pregunte por el abogado Esteban A. Martínez. Thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias por este espacio que nos da la radio. Mi nombre es Jesús Carrillo, de parte de la Cámara de Comercio Hispana. Les decimos gracias. Hasta la próxima. Well, and this is how we connect with radio on a daily basis. Let me tell you, it's nothing but a privilege and a pleasure to work with the chamber and with the station and being able to open a window for people to learn more about our membership and the different, I want to say, the different ways that we can help and support our community. It's not easy. It's as you know, going to an attorney is going to cost us money all the time, right? It's going to cost us money, but the Colorado Hispanic Bar Association and the Hispanic Chamber decided to partner on this to provide this free service, to provide this free advice. And again, when it comes to the law, it's better to us, to those who have a license to practice it.
Right.
So anything else that you have that you would like to add?
Yes, I would like to add this. I think that especially this is not about criminal law or about doing an appeal, but it's just about getting a lawyer. I've spent some time with the Latino Chamber of Commerce of Boulder County and have worked with a bunch of businesses. And one of the things that I think that our community needs to do is establish relationships, if you're in a business, with a business type of lawyer. Because we want to help usually. Like my interest is not getting rich off of my clients. It is helping them succeed. I mean, that helps me, but I just enjoy helping them succeed. And a lot of times I feel like the people I encounter are afraid to talk to lawyers, or they think it's going to cost too much money. And so they'll make a decision without consulting with somebody. But if they had an established relationship with a lawyer, they could. I have some clients like that where I am their lawyer. Like I'm called outside counsel. They have questions, they call me, they email me. We're friends. And to the extent that a small business can establish that relationship with a lawyer or a law firm, it's really valuable to that small business.
Okay, so now, if you don't mind, for our people on social media, can you please give us a summary of what we talked about today? Please, once again, talk a little bit about what you do, who you are, and tell us a little more about what happens when we have a conviction, if there's a way for us to appeal and so forth.
Sure. So in summary, like the summary of what we've been talking about, we started out with appeals, and I do want people in our community to know that, we are over policed. And so I like to help people in the criminal cases. And a lot of times people that are convicted, they don't know what they can do, or they feel beat up. You've just gone through a trial, and now you just talk to a judge and your family members are there, and suddenly it's, you're going to prison, right? And you don't feel like you don't want to fight anymore, probably. But I'm saying you can fight, and it's important to fight. I have reversed a significant number of convictions where often what you win, if you want to view it that way, like you did the appeal and you won, what you win is that they have to try you again, and you're in a better negotiating position if they want to make a plea agreement. But sometimes you can win an appeal where they can't even charge you again. And I've won some cases like that. And it's great, like the person, they appealed their conviction and they did not expect that. They might have expected maybe a reversal and to go back for a new trial. They didn't expect to win and never be charged with that crime again. Those types. So it's really important to, even if you can't afford a lawyer, sometimes it's useful to call a lawyer to just, you may not understand what's going on if your loved one or you are represented by an attorney that doesn't call you or talk to you often. Which is a common complaint. And again, I've talked to many people who are even represented, and recently I've even worked with another lawyer just because his client wanted my opinion, and so I said, you have to pay me, and he paid me, and I gave it to him, and then I used that opinion to give to his lawyer at their sentencing, and it was helpful, very helpful. So.
Nice. Now, you also talked about what happens when people don't have enough money for an attorney, right? In a perfect scenario, I think it'd be great for us to have money saved in case something happens, right?
Right.
That's not the same case for everybody.
No. And many people charged with crimes will have to rely on the public defender system. And I will say about our system in Colorado, I haven't worked for our system, but the reputation that it has had over many years has been pretty good. And if you think about it, those lawyers are doing the same kind of law all the time in the same courthouses. And so I don't think you should be afraid if you are represented by a public defender that they're not going to do a good job. I think they're probably more likely to know what they're doing than, you might call somebody and not know what their experience is, right? And they may go to court and not know what they're doing, but the public defenders, they go through a training process, and then after that training process, they're constantly in court. So I do like people to feel comfortable with that, with the public defenders, because I get phone calls with people saying they don't trust them. So that's why I said that.
Well, we cannot thank you enough, Mr. Martinez. We appreciate you putting a little of time aside to talk to us, to join us in our virtual studio. Now you know what the virtual studio looks like. But this is what we do on a daily basis to take advantage of those minutes that are provided to the chamber and be able to help those that need it the most. So once again, thank you. Please give our best regards and thanks to the Colorado Hispanic Bar Association, because without them, this will not be possible.
Thank you.
Señores, si ustedes quieren saber más sobre esto, les dejamos el nombre y el teléfono aquí en la pantalla para que ustedes puedan conectarse con el abogado Esteban A. Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you want to connect with Mr. Esteban Martinez, please take a screenshot. His name is on the screen, and also his website. My name is Jesus. Till next time.
Thank you, Jesus.